Hello everyone, welcome to the course on Infant and Toddler Early Development Guidance. I'm your teacher, Lee Wendy. Today, we will learn about cognitive development and learning support for toddlers aged 31 to 36 months. Today's content will be divided into 5 parts. First, the golden value of cognitive development in 31 to 36 months olds. Second, typical characteristics of cognitive development in 31 to 36 month olds. Third, scientific learning support strategies. Fourth, common misconceptions in cognitive support. Fifth, summary and classroom task. First, the golden value of cognitive development in 31 to 36 months olds. Everyone, first, let me ask you a question. Have you observed children around 3 years old? They point at the sky and ask, why do the clouds move? They line up blocks into a little train. These seemingly simple behaviors are actually signals of an explosive development in cognitive abilities. 31 to 36 months is a critical period for toddlers transitioning from concrete perception to initial logical thinking. Cognitive development at this stage directly influences the subsequent formation of mathematical ability, problem-solving skills, and even creativity. Research shows that the cognitive foundation established at this stage enables toddlers to adapt more quickly to abstract knowledge learning in elementary school. Today, we will approach from 3 dimensions: characteristics, strategies, misconceptions, to help you master how to scientifically support the cognitive development of toddlers at this stage. Second, typical characteristics of cognitive development in 31 to 36 month olds. To provide good support, we must first read the toddler's cognitive characteristics. The cognitive development of toddlers at this stage can be summarized as 3 enhancements and 1 emergence, specifically manifested as 2.1 perceptual ability from single perception to integrated judgment. Toddlers no longer focus only on a single feature of an object. For example, seeing an apple. They can not only say red, but also combine multiple features like round, sweet, edible. To judge this, is an apple? Their sense of touch and smell become sharper, able to distinguish soft blocks from hard stones by touch, and recognize mom's perfume by scent. 2.2 Thinking ability. Concrete imagery thinking dominates logical, budding begins. Toddlers must rely on concrete objects to think about problems. For example, when calculating 1 plus 1, they need to take out 2 blocks to understand. But simple logic has already emerged. For example, knowing put on socks before shoes. Need an umbrella when it rains. Able to deduce simple cause and effect relationships based on life experience, such as a cup will break if dropped on the floor. 2.3 Memory ability. Intentional memory begins to develop. Memory duration extends. Toddlers at this stage no longer memorize solely based on interest, such as only remembering favorite toys, but can also remember simple adult requests. For example, bring a picture book to kindergarten tomorrow. Memory duration extends from previous hours to 1 to 2 days. Able to recall details like, yesterday I went to the park with mom to feed the pigeons. 2.4 Attention characteristics. Involuntary attention is primary, but voluntary attention can last 5 to 8 minutes. Toddlers are easily attracted by bright colors and moving objects. such as cartoons, but with adult guidance. They can focus to complete simple tasks, such as building a small house with blocks, reciting a short nursery rhyme along, with a focus time of up to 5 to 8 minutes. Third, practice scientific learning support strategies. Based on the above characteristics, we can design support strategies tailored to toddlers' cognitive levels from 3 directions: environment creation, activity design, and interactive guidance. The core principle is learning through play, learning by doing. 3.1. Create an explorable cognitive environment. Let the environment be the silent teacher. Tiered provision of cognitive materials. Provide materials in activity areas according to basic advanced levels. For example, in the block area, basic large blocks for stacking practice. Advanced blocks with numbers or shapes for sorting practice. Puzzle area 4, piece puzzles basic. 6-piece puzzles advanced, allowing toddlers to choose independently based on ability and gradually challenge themselves. Life-oriented cognitive scenes. Post step-by-step pictures by the sink. Turn on tap, rub soap, rinse, turn off tap. Put sorting labels on the wardrobe, tops, pants, socks. Letting toddlers perceive sequence and sorting in daily life. 3.2. Design gamified cognitive activities. Make cognitive learning more fun. Sensory exploration games. Conduct a mystery box game. Place blocks, pom-poms, plastic bottles in the box. Let toddlers feel them blindfolded. Saying, soft pom-pom, hard square block. Exercising perception, smell, jar, game. Place orange peel, soap vinegar in jars. Let toddlers smell and match fruity, fragrant, sour. Strengthening olfactory cognition. Logic enlightenment games. Use sequencing blocks, red, yellow, for toddlers to continue understanding patterns. Use scenario questions to guide thinking. For example, the toy car is stuck, what should we do? Encourage toddlers to try pushing it, changing direction. Cultivating problem-solving ability. 3.3. Use questioning interaction to stimulate toddlers' active thinking. Avoid directly telling toddlers the answer. Instead, use open-ended questions to guide exploration. For example, when blocks collapse, don't say you need to build it more steadily. Instead, ask, why did the blocks fall? Were there too few blocks at the bottom? When seeing fallen leaves, ask, why do the leaves fall? Is it because of the wind? Letting toddlers enhance logical ability through thinking. Fourth, pitfalls to avoid common misconceptions in cognitive support. Often, our good intentions might hinder toddlers' cognitive development. The following 3 misconceptions must be avoided. 4.1 Misconception 1. Over early teaching. Teaching toddlers addition or subtraction within 10, recognizing complex Chinese characters. Toddlers' thinking at this stage is concrete and imagery-based. Forcibly teaching abstract number calculations, Chinese characters, will cause frustration in toddlers, even aversion to learning. For example, when teaching 3 + 2 = 5, toddlers cannot understand abstract numbers. They must use 5 blocks to perceive it. Blindly pushing ahead only goes against cognitive development regularity. 4.2 Misconception 2. Excessive intervention, constantly correcting you. Built it wrong, it should be like this, while the toddler plays with blocks. Toddlers form their own cognitive logic through exploration. For example, building blocks into a crooked house is actually an attempt at balance. Excessive intervention interrupts the toddler's thinking process, weakening their desire to explore. The correct approach is observe plus wait, guiding only when the toddler actively seeks help. 4.3 Misconception 3 Single cognitive environment, relying only on flashcards to learn knowledge. Cognitive development requires multi-sensory participation. If toddlers only look at fruit flashcards to recognize fruit, it's better to let them touch and smell real fruit. Single-mode flashcard learning limits toddlers' perceptual experience, reducing the effectiveness of cognitive learning. 5th, conclusion, summary, and classroom task. Everyone, today we outlined the 4 major characteristics and 3 major support strategies for cognitive development in 36-month-olds. Remember the core idea. Cognitive support at this stage is not about teaching knowledge, but about giving toddlers opportunities to explore and guiding the direction of their thinking. Finally, a small task for everyone. Based on today's lesson, design a logic enlightenment minigame suitable for 31-36-month-olds. Next class, we will share in groups to see whose design best fits toddlers' cognitive characteristics. That concludes all the content for this lesson. I hope you can apply this knowledge to your future early childhood education practice, truly becoming supporters rather than directors of toddlers' cognitive development. Thank you for your participation.